you and I, we're YouTube friends, if not family, right? And family share personal things. So if I was to ask you, what's your YouTube CPM, you'd happily go into your analytics, get the information and tell me that your YouTube CPM is, say, $4.29. But you know what my response would be? Quite frankly, I just don't care anymore.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
That's because there is a new money metric in town called YouTube RPM, and to get to it you'll need to click on your profile image in the top right hand corner of most YouTube screens and go to the YouTube studio. From here, click on the analytics section from the left hand menu bar, and then, assuming of course that you do have a monetized YouTube channel, click on the revenue tab at the top. Slap bang in the center you will now see an RPM box. Click it to display your RPM over the last 28 days, or use the See More link to drill down into the numbers. When you do this, one of the columns will display the RPM for individual videos, which can really help you determine which content generates the most bucks for you. Now, usually when I talk about YouTube analytics, at this stage of a video, I'd ask you to share your whatever it is in the comments below. But I think on this occasion, it's probably best if you keep those numbers to yourselves. Yeah, I've shown you some numbers here from my old YouTube channel, but I haven't made any videos on it for over 2 years, and it's still earning me money. If you want to know the full story on that one, check out the video over here. But right now, what we all need to do is pause for a second, take a deep breath, and ask a very simple question. What the hell is RPM?
Mille.
Oh right, means 1000 does it? Thanks YouTube for using a trending term from the early 18th century. Really helpful. Alright, first of all we've got an important distinction to make because there's already one of these
Mille.
floating around. It's CPM, or cost per
Mille.
This is going to get really frustrating. CPM is the average amount of money that advertisers pay to show ads in your videos. It only takes into account the revenue from ads and the views from the videos that were monetized. This may come as a shock to some of you, but just because you monetize your content doesn't always mean that ads are applied to every single video view on your channel. Explaining this would take a video in itself, but suffice to say, CPM is linked to your estimated monetized playbacks, which is never truly accurate, while RPM reflects the actual view count on your channel. Furthermore, CPM shows you what advertisers are paying, not what you are actually earning. And this is where we have to broach one of those uncomfortable truths about YouTube ad revenue. Cost per
Mille.
thank you doesn't take into account YouTube's cut of that ad revenue. Now again, this may come as somewhat of a shock to you because YouTube doesn't really tell you this information in the YouTube studio. You have to go find it out. The average YouTube channel will take 55% of the ad revenue generated, while YouTube takes the other 45%. CPM doesn't take into account any of that. It is your raw value as a channel to advertisers on YouTube. So yes, at a surface level, the RPM will look terrifyingly grim when compared to your CPM, but it does reflect the actual truth of your ad revenue income on your channel. And YouTube do stress themselves that RPM is a ratio that includes revenue that is calculated after YouTube's revenue share and the total number of views on your channel. This is a new analytic, but you shouldn't see a difference in the actual amount of revenue you make on your channel. Alright, I'm in the middle of editing this video and I just realised that I may not have explained something explicitly, and that is Mille, because I was too busy trying to make a joke out of it. It obviously means 1000, so when we talk about CPM or RPM, it's cost per 1000 or revenue per 1000 views. Got that? Good. Let's carry on. Does that look better? Like ad revenue itself, CPM is an analytic that's been around on YouTube forever. So that presents a problem. It's antiquated, it's out of date. YouTube has transformed significantly in the last decade. In 2020, there are multiple ways for a monetized channel to make income from YouTube products and services. And those include YouTube Premium, channel memberships, super chats, and super stickies. CPM doesn't take into account any of that. but RPM does. As we've already said, CPM is a measure of the value you are worth to YouTube advertisers. What RPM does is value your channel with your community, and that is significantly more important and potentially more powerful and lucrative than any CPM you could get from your YouTube videos. As a very simple example, the RPM on this channel is relatively stable over 28 days, but there are 3 distinct spikes that each last a single day. These represent super chats donated to a channel during live streams. It's clear here the value of the creator. The community of the channel is able to raise RPM by 50 to 100%. Now, of course, this doesn't happen overnight. With ad revenue, it literally is flicking on a switch and all of a sudden you're receiving all of these micro payments of a couple of dollars for ads that are appearing on your videos. But none of that can compare to a mobilized community unique to you. When you provide ultimate value that they can't get anywhere else. When you inspire people, you bring positivity to their lives. The moment that they start to care about you as an individual and the creator is a moment when they will start investing in you for all of the right reasons. In a previous video, we looked at how Travis, who runs his own tech channel, was able to run 45-minute live streams with 150 people watching them and generate over $200 in super chat.
We got super chat. Watch out now. 5, 0, 4.
That is incredible. You're not going to get $200 from 200 views through ad revenue. Now, of course, super chats are very much an instant gratification, single shot in the arm type of bonus to your ad revenue. But what if you were able to create a membership program out of your YouTube channel? You're providing so much value that people are willing to pay for extra content. You raise your RPM on a consistent basis every single day. And just as a reminder, these are not advertisers taking a bet on your advert hitting the right person. These are people who care about you and want to invest on a consistent and reliable basis on what you have to offer your community. That, over the long term, is what RPM is going to be able to tell you over CPM. Now, just a couple of things to be clear about here. RPM does include more of your YouTube revenue, but it doesn't include everything, that being YouTube merch. Also, any brand deals, sponsorships, affiliate links, and products and services that you sell outside of YouTube will not be reflected in this RPM. With that being said, if you are able to identify that your CPM is staying fairly static while your RPM is beginning to rise, that means that people are investing more in you rather than advertisers. And that is a key thing that we always try and encourage creators. Ad revenue is just the icing on top. If you want to make this a business, then you want to be in control of your income revenue sources. And one of the worst ways to do this is to rely on CPM. RPM is the future of your YouTube channel.